everyone asks, when do I start my seeds? And I always say, it depends on the seeds. Okay, so this, we got blooms coming on our petunias. These petunias were started on February 10th. These, and they're still in the 3/4 inch blocks. The pansies were started January 23rd, and they germinated within like 3 or 4 days. The petunias were not started until February 10th. Okay, so they were like 3 weeks apart. So you can see the petunias are a much more vigorous grower. Now I do want them large because I'm going to be putting them out into the containers. These are going to have to get potted up into 2-inch blocks like they should have been done last week. But you know what, stuff happens, and the weather outside is just nasty. So I'm hoping tomorrow it will clear up enough to make some 2-inch soil blocks outside, and then I can get these guys all potted up, and these will probably get potted up as well. So these were started like at least 3 weeks before these guys. Now, let me pull out my begonias. Here's the begonias, and they were started the same day. Okay, so the petunias and the begonias were started the same day, and look how tiny, like we're still getting seeds sprouting and all this and that. So that is why once you kind of get the feel for your plants and everything, you can kind of start to stagger and you realize, okay, I need to start my begonias. If I want them the same size as the petunias when I plant out, like they do catch up once you get them planted out. But this just goes to show you that under the same conditions, the same exact environment, begonias are just really, really slow. Pansies, very, very slow. Petunias are a quick grower. So if you have limited space and you're not sure when to start what, you want to start with the slower growers sooner because the petunias will catch up. Okay? Now the same day I did the begonias, I also did all of these herbs. Okay, so rosemary never came, but we have the thyme. Stevia never came, but we have the strawberry mint, which smells amazing. And then we have dill, parsley, cilantro, and these all need to get potted up as well into some 2-inch blocks. And then on this side we have a bunch of basil. This is the lemon basil. And from the basil we ended up with the lemon, dark opal, siam, and then this perpetual spinach is doing good, and then we had the one lettuce. Okay, and so that was all started the same day, February 10th. This tray here also started the same day. And look at the size of these dahlias. So the dahlias, fortunately dahlias get pinched back, so I will be pinching those back and potting them up into, so you can see they're still in these just tiny little soil blocks, and they're doing fine. I have my sensitive plant, which is so cool. I love that. It's doing really good. I have this one geranium here that sprouted, and then this is the mystery one. What is that? It almost looks like a forget-me-not or something. I'm not sure. And then here I have my Livingston daisy. So this whole tray was started the same time. So you can see here, like the geranium is pretty big, but these other ones are smaller. They'll stay a little bit longer, right? So that's why, you know, certain seeds, so many people just say 4 to 6 weeks before your last frost. And it's just like, well, it really just depends on the varieties too, right? And now here we have more petunias. Look how tall these ones are getting. So these, I believe, are the tickle pink climbing petunias. The climbing petunias. You can see how upright they are growing. So these are all going to get potted up and pruned back. Pruned back hard. Okay, and then this was my cool flower tray. So I also started this that same day. We have larkspur never sprouted. We've got a lot. Look at these foxgloves are doing really good. We have some stalks, and then we have the apple snapdragons and the northern lights. And then we have 2 different kinds of straw flowers. So they're doing good. And then over here, we had the stalks and the hollyhocks, nothing on the lysianthus. And then I did drop some seeds for basil, like a large leaf basil, and what was the other one? Catnip. So we have one little sprout on that. I don't know which one it's going to be. And then, oh yeah, the begonias. Let me just see over here. This is the first you're seeing of these guys, I think. I just dropped some random seeds in these. lettuce and some more spinach, different kinds of lettuce. So I didn't even label it. I don't even know if I mentioned it when I seeded them. I'm like, well, it's just going to be lettuces, so we'll just put them out when the time comes. They'll be just fine. Okay, and then up here, these are the handful of pepper seeds that just have kind of sprouted in the last couple weeks, so they'll need to get potted up again as well. And then I'll have that tray to start more seeds of other varieties. So I did these on March 15th, so only 2 weeks ago. So I have here, this is the Melva. Nothing's coming up on the forget-me-nots, nothing on the oats, black-eyed Susan vine, and the pink primrose. That's what that one is. Okay. And then my very embarrassing faux pas. Okay, so this tray. I don't know if you're noticing what I'm noticing, but I'm noticing on this side I'm having 2 different kinds of seed sprouting. So I have these long tall ones and then these short little ones. And nothing is sprouting on these. So I think what happened was when I started the seeds, I just did both sides on this side. I don't think I put any seeds on that side. I think I made that mistake because these are very different looking than these. So these little ones here, I'm pretty sure these are all the coleus, and then these taller ones are the alyssum. So yeah, so that's what's happening. So I'm just gonna have to wait until they get a little bit bigger and then put some back over on their side. So I can't believe I've never done that before, in all the times I've been doing the seeds. So that's kind of embarrassing, but you know what? These things happen. These are all my dwarf tomatoes and some peppers, and I notice I'm starting to get getting some flowers on these, which it's really hard to take off. I don't know if I will or not. I might not. I find the dwarf tomatoes, it's like a determinate, so it kind of has its set number, and I don't usually do it with peppers either. And then this side I have my peppers, and you can see they're doing really well. So some of the tomatoes had a bit of a watering issue, but I gotta rotate this around for you. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so I just recently had to move them up to the top shelf because they were outgrowing their space down below, and then they were still a little far from the light, so I do have them propped up on some books for now. They'll get lowered down shortly. And then this light here, you can see I have it hanging from this cord because I just lifted it up for you to see it. I have that, it hangs down, and it's just a couple inches above these peppers. So these are the first round of peppers, and let me check my list. I just made a list of when I started everything. So the first round of peppers was January 26th. And then the second round, I restarted a bunch on March 1st. And so these are the March 1st ones here that I just popped in just a few days ago. So that's why they're so much tinier, because they're a lot younger. And I'm going to come in, I need to come in and prune out some of the lower leaves on the tomatoes too, just to get more airflow. And I do need to water these. You can see they're pretty dry, but I didn't want to have to move it around while it was still heavy. So, all right, so that is the update. Oh, and then I bought basil at the store, and then I just decided to root some of it as well. So I am basil rich now. I can start doing some pasta dishes. Look at these. These are so cute. I love anything in the Malva hollyhock family. They have such pretty little leaves on them. So this is where we are sitting. Today is, I have no idea what the date, March 22nd. So it is officially spring. Yay! And we are running out of room, and like these guys are outgrowing their spits. So we are going to be getting some more trays in here. And I know it looks like, oh, I don't have any more room, but honestly, all these small little trays take up so much room. Once I get them on into the bigger trays like that, I can fit 2 sideways, and I can fit 4 this way if I have to on each shelf. So we're not really running out of space yet, and the greenhouse will be opening up in a few weeks as well. So I will have plenty of space in here. I've got plenty of lights going, and I'm just going to be kind of rearranging everything, and we will make room and enjoy these blooms while you see them. Because in the video where I do pot them up, I'm going to be coming in and I'm going to be pruning everything way back, which is so hard to do and it's so hard to see, but it really does help them grow more vigorous. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.